Okay. Well. Sorry about that. Looks like my whole internet went down for a second there. Very strange. Okay. You guys can hear me again, I assume?
You won't get away from me.
Their movements are strange and quick.
Can I tail whip these guys? I think that one was actually like an internet issue. There we go. Oh no, don't be sorry. That was my fault. My internet went down. I guess there's just bad guys attacking now, because, okay. I mean, we needed something to do in this level, I guess. Besides catch pigeons. Get the pigeon! But yeah, like, any decently sized young adult novel craze was pretty much guaranteed to get a movie. In like mid to late aughts. I think. Hey, honey. Was Maze Runner a young adult novel series?
It was a young adult novel series. I never read it, but I remember they made movies out of it.
Right.
I think in that case they were capitalizing less. I mean, Harry Potter's what started it all.
Of course.
But I feel like that particular variation is really
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, yeah.
Yep. So was Divergent, I feel. Because it started with the like magic fantasy stuff. They're like, oh, we need magic fantasy things to capitalize on Harry Potter. And then it was like, once Hunger Games was successful, they were like, we need post-apocalypse young adult novels to capitalize on that. And it just moved in trends. So yeah, you got Maze Runner, you got Divergent. There was another one.
Divergent. Hunger Games. Fucking no.
And the main character from Maze Runner was...
Some boy, I don't
his name was Maze Runner? Oh, it was Tom.
You should make a movie out of Lode Runner. Bring that back.
Ooh, that's a good game.
Who remembers that game? Anybody in chat?
Ooh. Oh boy. I keep getting hit, but like, I don't think my health is going down at all. So fuck it, I'm just gonna run Sophia into trees, and she's just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. LODE Runner. It was like a game for the, I think it came out on like the Amiga, some of the early game systems. It had an arcade release as well. You push blocks around in order to get gold from like what are essentially like androids. I think it was like partially inspired by at least the android angle I think was partially inspired by like the Running Man. Though that sounds weird to say, because it has almost nothing to do with it. Yes, thank you, Bill. We got it. I think it's because my whole stream went down. Oh, it's probably going to notify Discord as well. Darn. Oh, this is taking forever and a half. I feel like maybe it should take a little bit more health when I hit these guys. More than almost nothing. Oh yeah. Alright. Rusinger. Oh boy. I hate spamming everybody with like at everyone messages. I don't mean to. I need to figure out like a better internet solution. Maybe when I get that sweet, sweet subscription money. What is happening?
What the?
These edits are so quick.
What?
And so confusing.
Excuse you, what am I looking at?
So these cutscenes
the
are
death
so
animation?
weird. No, I won.
What? Wait, no, what? How?
Yeah, so these cutscenes are partially full motion video, like live action. They're partially 3D models, and they're partially like 2D assets and animations. It's really weird.
Also,
They
I'm
mix
sorry,
them up.
I like that background right there. That like.
It's
glow
pretty
screen.
alright. I just don't like this font.
Yeah, no, you mentioned that this is like a really common, and especially for the time period, this was like a really common font for. This is ye olden times.
Kind of, yeah. It's like a little more Norse than Lord of the Rings-y.
Yeah.
But it still looks like papyrus.
Yeah, no, it's leaning into that, like, I feel it in the water type
Oh,
vibe from
yeah.
the intro to The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
You mean Bazinga? I do not, in fact.
We don't say that word in this house.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, okay, we're almost halfway done. Tom, I don't know if you want to start walking that back now, or
Trapped.
I mean, you're gonna need to eventually. Look at this not Urukai. Oh no, not the tentacles.
We must save her. The roots. Use your magic.
Sorry, I mean, that's funny too. I'm just reading something else. Oh, yes, yeah, I know. It's very
Oh, it's a boss fight against whatever this thing is.
Whoever he is, he keeps getting his sword stuck in the ground.
He seems to have the same combat style that I do, which is jump in the air and plunge your sword right into your enemy. It seemed to be working out. Oh, now he's took a bunch of health. Okay. I'll just hang out over here and you take care of him, Jeremy Irons. Damn it, Tom, it is not Volta AL. You're killing my stream. Ooh, secret eggs.
The Razak's returned.
Okay. Ow. Hey, maybe let me do anything? Okay. I mean, sure, that's fine too. Not like I need a chance to roll out of the way or anything. But that's fair. Game. No! Oh, the tracking on that's ridiculous. Alright. You're losing. I am losing! I'm also losing internet connection. I don't know what's happening now. Ah! Sorry, I'm kind of concentrating, I guess. Oh, I might take a death here. Oh, it's like a 3-minute time loss, too. There goes my Eragon speedrun. Okay, is there like 4 of these guys? No. Okay, he just recovers health when he goes underground. Okay. I need a new plan. Oh! Oh, wait. Okay. New plan, you guys. The heroes have failed. Oh, that is my second death, actually. I did take a death towards the beginning. Okay. Alright. I'll have Jeremy Irons distract her
The roots. Use your magic.
while I use my magic
She's getting crushed.
on these roots. Yeah, Jeremy Irons will be fine.
Almost there.
He knows what he's doing. He's a Shakespearean actor.
Sculina. I've done it.
It's actually kind of fascinating how the enemy doesn't give a fuck about me.
Geweister. Well done, boy. Forget the brambles for now.
Ow. I'm trying to, like, block properly. I guess I should probably stop trying to be fancy and just, like, hit this guy. Okay. Checkpoint. Alright.
The other one.
Neat.
Sculina.
The weight is too much.
Alright, I figured it out. I figured out the fight.
Sculina. Just a little more.
You magic the brambles while Jeremy Irons distracts the bad guys.
Use your magic to lift the logs.
Quit trying to hit him and hit him.
Geweister. Well done, boy. Forget the brambles for now.
Oh, I keep forgetting what the controls for this game are. Is that weird? That's weird, right? Like, I haven't stopped playing it all night. And I still have not gotten used to... Okay. It's square to roll or block, whether you tap it or hold it. Circle is heavy attack, X is light attack, and triangle is jump. And I keep feeling like that's totally wrong. Like, totally wrong. Like, X should be jump, circle should be dodge, square for light, and triangle for heavy. I think. Like, that's how I feel, at least. Okay, look, the stakes are raised. Now there's 2 of them. So... Is there a way to change controls? Nope. Normal and inverted. That's it. Okay. I can access Fury mode, though. That's cool. Okay. Oh, triangle to go back. Okay. You know what, Tom? Yes, I am. The stakes have never been higher. Cool. Okay.
We're not gonna get to her in time.
What I need is for these guys to quit attacking me for like 2 seconds. So that I can do these brambles. I'm gonna ramble with these brambles. Ow. These guys and their, like, infinite combos.
Almost there.
Not fair. They got unblockables, they got anti-air for days, and there's a 5-frame jab that comes out, like, instantly.
Use your magic.
This one's the one that's gonna kill me, because it takes forever. But I think there's a checkpoint, so... Oh, good. Oh, now I can use the tentacles. Yeah.
Eragon learned that Braum was once a dragon rider, but his
When did
dragon
you
was
do that?
killed, slain by Morzan, a traitorous rider in the king's service. That night, Eragon had a vision of
Gabby
Arya,
Jabs.
the most beautiful creature
What
he
the
had
shit?
ever seen.
Oh, God!
I'm being held in Durz's fortress at Gilead.
Oh, no!
Please, save me.
Oh no, Pennywise.
Oh. Oh.
Seriously, I like this background screen. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. I mean, it's
It
alright.
gives me what's the word? Shadow of the Colossus feels. Nothing else in this game does that.
That's pretty generous, but alright.
I don't know. I kind of just like it. It looks like an actual piece of art someone drew and then stuck I don't know if those are chickens or geese or something in. It's acceptable.
I think those are actually FMV'd.
My God.
I think it's a series of pictures of actual geese. Huh.
Oh.
Tom says, you're kind of neat.
Tom is also neat.
Aww.
Gilead City.
Alright, I've learned something about this game.
Is it that it's stupid?
It is a little stupid. Of course, the other thing I've learned is that I don't like the boss fights.
So, Braum, Eragon,
I'm not much of a fan.
and Saphira journeyed to Gilead, where Dozer ruled all from a dark tower above.
I can't get over the fact that the bad guy's name is Dozer.
Stay hidden, Saphira. Do not.
What are we talking? Dozer's the name of one of the dudes from the Matrix. The original Matrix.
Yes.
He's one of the controllers who Cypher kills.
Dozer also sounds like it should be a Mad Max bad guy.
Yeah. I've heard that name a couple of times, and it's almost always used to describe some big manly dude, not medieval Pennywise.
Not the ginger with eczema. Ring the bell without
Oh,
alerting the
no.
guards. Oh, we gotta do a sneak mission. It's a sneaky mission. Nice.
This place
These
isn't
just
fair.
go great. What the fuck? You're sneaking past the guys with the green on them, right?
No? These guys. I think. I think these guys are on our team.
Okay. Interesting. Ah, yes, the public stunts.
Oh.
Or
Hey, we alerted the guards.
Hey.
Whoops.
Well done.
Whoops.
Oh, he wields magic.
He wields some magic.
Rats and swine.
I don't know which guys I'm supposed to be attacking and which ones I'm not. Oh wait, maybe I am supposed to sneak past these guys? I don't know. I can kill them.
Whoa!
Yeah,
That's quite a move.
right? This game gets kind of gruesome. Jeez. Eragon's a bloodthirsty motherfucker. Move over, Kratos.
I need help.
I'd really like to see Eragon versus Kratos.
Would it even be a fight?
Honestly, what I would want is just Kratos to, like, chest bump him away. Just like, you know, in Robin Hood when Friar
Yes,
Tuck
out,
and
out, out!
Just like that, but with more pecs and less belly.
Yeah.
One more. Stay focused.
So, notably, fucking, what's his kid's name? Like, not the name his mom called him that's significant.
Oh, Atreus?
Atreus. Or just Boy!
Boy.
Probably Boy could chest bump Eragon out of the room.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, did you hear that super... Oh, thanks, Jeremy Irons, for stealing my thunder. I was gonna ring the bell.
Ring my bell, ring my
So far,
bell.
so good. A long way to
You
go yet.
can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. What is this? Is this a secret? Oh.
It kind of looks like a bus got stuck in that door. This is why there's those, you know, warning this high under overpasses.
Yeah. Huh. What a strange game. The music's not terrible.
Jeremy Irons looks like he has pink eye. Get some Visine, sir. And don't go to school.
Watch the arrows.
Oh no.
Also, am I the one who thinks the armor these fucking baddies are wearing looks an awful lot like fucking, like, Fire Nation armor?
I could see it.
Like, mostly it's like the skirt look, which gives it that vaguely Asian feeling look.
Well, you can tell that Jeremy Irons is very high. You know what?
I mean, he's gotta be pretty fucking high to, like, even appear in this.
You know what? Watching him in Dungeons and Dragons, I was like, how much cocaine? Like, just, there's gotta be a weight, right? It's gotta be a couple pounds.
I mean, the thing about it, like, that could be true, but at the same time, it's Jeremy Irons. The man's like a Shakespearean actor. Like, are you even allowed to do coke if you're one of those?
No. But if you're on the set of Dungeons and Dragons, the movie, I don't think anyone's gonna, like...
No, I think you need sedatives for that, not stimulants.
Fair.
Like, I think if you were doing coke, you'd become aware of how absolutely asinine what you were in was. Oh, also, would anyone like to hear, like, one of the most brain-dead movie lists I've ever seen in my life?
What is this a list of?
This was 34 sexy movies on Netflix in September that are hotter than your pumpkin spice latte.
Ooh.
Here's some things that are included on that list.
Ooh, give me the hot movies.
The Tree of Blood.
What is this about?
Never heard about this.
I could
But
be down for a
apparently-
Tree of Blood. That sounds very Evil Dead.
apparently in this film, in this steamy Spanish romance, a young couple visit an old farmhouse that belonged to the woman's family, and it is there that they discover their shared genealogical roots and family histories. As well as a terrible secret that could threaten to destroy their future relationship.
Do they find out they're related?
Yeah, they do, apparently. So,
Oh!
nothing hotter than incest.
Okay.
The next one is...
Oh, tree of... Okay.
Yeah.
Genealogical tree?
Exactly.
Okay, I get
The
it.
next one
Sure.
is the film Cabaret, which, like, that's a fantastic movie. I love
I
that
remember
movie.
Cabaret.
That's... If you think Cabaret's sexy, I think you've missed the point. You know? Like, is it hot that everyone's incredibly, like... What's the word I'm looking for? Jaded by everything and the Nazi party's about to rise?
I mean, I guess it could be to some people.
I mean, maybe, kind of. I mean, at least that one sort of makes sense. But here's the piste is a piece. Fuck.
No, you were right the first time.
Pièce de résistance.
It is
there
a
you go.
piss de resistance.
I mean, it is a pièce de résistance. The top of their list for hottest sexy movie
Okay.
is American Psycho.
Whoa.
What? Do you, author, do you have some kinks you need to tell us about? This was written by Corinne Sullivan on Pop Sugar. Do you need to tell somebody something?
Somebody check in on Corin.
Like,
Make sure they're doing okay.
The King's Soldiers' Barracks.
I don't
Be
think
especially careful. Commoners
American
attack
Psycho is not supposed to be sexy. What the fuck is wrong with
the
you?
barracks building.
Also, I like that these guys are like synchronized marching.
Yeah. Can we
Synchronized
like
intimidation.
we can like sneak past them? Oh, this is like that scene in Metal Gear Solid 2 when you're in the tanker and they're like, the general's like, oh, let's do some stretches, shall we?
Is this before or after
Left.
somebody grabs you by the throat?
Right. Before. Hey, I snuck in, alright. Oh, I want to open that treasure chest. Do you think opening this treasure chest is going to alert everybody? It did not.
Let's try the drainage tunnels.
Did Jeremy Irons just tell me this is a sewer level? Because it sounds like Jeremy Irons just told me this is a sewer level.
Oh, the stench.
Great. Okay.
Climb through the barn.
Can we go to this way? We're not gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. And then, like, climb up here. Okay.
Stay away from the horses. They'll alert the guards.
You got it. Good. Okay.
Come on, let's alert the others.
Some PT and a fake oil tanker shipping a multi-million-dollar Metal Gear. Oops. To be fair, Jeremy Irons was blocking my view. And, I could not see where I was traveling.
Nice.
These guys are not very tough, though. I say as I get my butt kicked. Uh-huh. I like when they do the slowdown and then you completely whiff.
That's better.
Dragons, a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to, like, slow me down automatically. Bong. I'm wondering why ringing the bell opens the gate. Is there somebody, like, standing there waiting for the bell? To be like, oh yeah, I'll just open that gate right up. They tried to get a sequel for this too. I remember, because there were supposed to be 3 books. It was supposed to be like a trilogy, and then, like many young adult novels, the last book wound up having too much in it, and so they split it into 2 books instead. So it wound up being 4 books. But yeah, the first movie flopped bad enough that they decided not to do anymore. And of course, this was also at the same time as, like, every movie series, well, every movie that comes out also needs a video game to go along with it, right? I'm a little confused as to what I should be doing here. I feel like Universal, 20th Century Fox, like WB, bought their own video game companies. Like, opened up video game publishing wings just so they could make, like, or license their own movie-based video games. And most of them have gone under. Universal did, like, Crash Bandicoot and like a few good things over the years, but they don't really exist anymore. WB's still around, and they do, like, they did Shadow of Mordor. They own Mortal Kombat now. I feel like this gate should have opened, right? Shouldn't it have? Should this gate have opened? Jeremy Irons, help me out. Where am I supposed to be going? Fear! You mean the Batman, Mad Max? Yeah, WB had some alright hits on their hands.
What is it?
I don't recall. I think WB did Mad Max, though.
You're the one who's smacking your tail with my foot.
And I'm pretty sure they did the Arkham games, right? Super orbs. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think Universal exists anymore. As a video game publisher, at least. Sad that RKO never lived long enough to get their own video game publishing division. Or maybe we'd have a good King Kong game. I mean, I've never played Peter Jackson's King Kong, so I don't know, but... Oh. Guess what? We're fucked.
Ah, so you're going through, what was that level in the fucking maze that wasn't a maze in the fucking Dungeons & Dragons games?
Oh, the Dungeons & Dragons movie?
Yeah, or movie, yeah, that.
It was basically just a trapped hallway. But they called it the maze. It's alright. Yeah, I mean, The only thing I've played of the Peter Jackson's King Kong game was it was on every Xbox 360 demo kiosk in like 2005 to 2006, because that was one of those killer app launch titles where they're like, yeah, everybody's gonna want to see how Peter Jackson's King Kong runs on next generation hardware. Stabica. Stabba. No, give me your shield. There we go. My God, man. You broke that man's neck. That soldier had a family. Eragon, you're a monster. Aragon's gonna wind up with a higher kill count than Nathan Drake. Like, whew. Blow that door apart. I think this is the way I'm supposed to go. Oh yeah, we made a circle, okay. Oh, wait. I see it. There's another bell to ring. There is no bell to ring! It's no DQ! So, story time. Randy Orton's in a match, right? And he's basically set up for a main event title match that night. Vince McMahon, owner of the WWE, comes into the locker room and is like, we're gonna have a no DQs match next. Who's up for it? Randy Orton's like, okay. Get out there tonight. At least this is the way I heard it. So it's an improv, no DQs match. And he's got the main event later that night. So he goes out, and there's a guy in the crowd the whole match yelling, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Someone help him!" Because Randy Orton's just beating the shit out of this guy. He keeps grabbing tables, grabbing chairs, just beating the crap out of him. And it's all part of the match, because there's no disqualification, so you do whatever, right? He's just making it look good. And the guy in the crowd is like, "Oh my God, someone ring the bell! Someone ring the bell!" Randy Orton gets the guy in a headlock right in front of the crowd, front row. And he goes, "Ring the bell? Ring the bell? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's no DQs. There is no bell to ring." He picks the guy up in a package pile driver. He points at the guy in the audience and he goes, "You did this! You did this!" And he slams him through a table.
Gilead keep.
Oh, it's like the best.
This is true. I can test, though, that the best facial expressions in wrestling can be found in Lucha Underground.
Yes.
Like the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Lucha crowd is so good. See, look at this. That's a 2D image back there, and there's like, these are 2D animated sprites in like a 3D environment. Look at this. Got really passionate. I like wrestling.
Something to do with the portcullis.
We both like wrestling.
Mm-hmm. We watch wrestling together. It's fun. We need to watch All In.
We do. Oh, hey, honey. Do you want to do me a huge favor and tell the audience about the DDT Iron Man
Heavy Metal Weight Pro Championship?
Yes.
Oh,
I know, guys, I know it sounds like we're going to go somewhere boring in Sports City. You have no idea. If any of you have a minute, or like
Hey,
watching
Brown,
this and streaming
stay
the
the
phone,
fuck here.
look it up. DDT Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship on Wikipedia. Report back what you find.
There you go. Jesus
That
Christ.
should do it.
Oh. Okay. Alright. Oh, the AI in this game. Not
Let's
great.
get it. Not so fast. That's Dez's elite guard.
Also, it's
Facing
dark
them
as
directly would be a
fuck.
grave mistake. We have to find a way past that gate.
We're gonna do a sneaky. Oh, the tubas are coming in. That's how you know it's time for sneaks. That's how you know it's dramatic. Brum, 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 brum. Is there no way to sneak these guys? No, there's just too many of them? Okay. I don't understand why this game gives you, like, stealth levels. Or even opportunities.
Galbatorix will destroy you.
Because there's never, like, an enemy just by themselves.
This entire keep is a prison, holding those the king considers enemies.
Ooh.
Dez's
Look at the
dark arts could be very
bones,
useful in
man.
Extracting information. All the more reason we must not be discovered. This should be good enough to trick the guards. Now, when we approach the enemy, stay hidden until I can command them to attention. Then slip by unnoticed. Let's go.
Jeremy Irons is going in disguise. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work.
Sneak past when I stop this guard.
Attention! Yes, sir.
Sneak. Oh. Oh, it's just like Metal Gear Solid.
Intruders in the keep!
I guess the ruse is over.
Oh, well, that was quick. Okay. I'm a little confused as to what I did wrong there, but alright. Help, help, I'm being repressed.
Look and see the violence inherent in the system.
Stay
Oh,
hidden.
there's some lovely
I'll
filth
distract the
over
guards.
here.
Oh, you're the necromancer? Well, I didn't vote for you.
Turn up!
I like how they run over there so that they can stand at attention, I guess. Which way am I supposed to go? I'm gonna go right.
Power rule should be handed out by a mandate from the masses, not by a farcical draconian ceremony.
Must be a transfer
Whatever.
from Uru by N.
Here we go. I think we got it. I think we're doing it. We're doing the sneakies.
Attention! Ah, yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Krabby Pants.
That face isn't familiar.
What I really like is sneaking environments where you don't have control over the camera and they put all the guys who can see you off screen. That's just, like, good game design, right? This seems like the first level of Clive Barker's Jericho.
We'll never survive down here under the guard's watch.
We have to find a way up to the higher sections. Getting a good look at the fortress gate defenses would help.
See, I'm not comparing it to better games, I'm comparing it to, Clive Barker's Jericho.
Yeah,
Ooh. The game's a trip.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some magic going on. Alright.
They're onto us. Move.
Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'll betcha there's a cutscene trigger over here. I just run to that. Yeah. Okay. Go this way, I think. Keep up, Jeremy Irons. Come on. I think this is one of those instances where you gotta kill all the baddies. So, guess we'll do that.
Theirs will pay for this injustice.
Who? Oh, right, there's a bad guy. We've kinda seen him in a cutscene or two. I feel like he hasn't really been present, though. Alright, so what's the plot so far? We've got Eragon befriended a dragon, and now he's a dragon rider, which means he's got, like, magic and stuff.
Yes!
Braum used to be a dragon rider. Maybe his dragon died or something? I don't know why it's in, like, the previous tense, but he used to be a dragon rider. And then we got some kind of bad guy. Named Dozer? Who's mad because he didn't get the dragon egg, I think.
Lost my armor!
Does that sound right? Am I getting it so far?
Nice hits.
Uh-huh. Okay, we hit a checkpoint, which means I think we're going the right way. This is probably the right way. Okay. And the camera keeps pointing at this wall, so I'm gonna assume this is the way forward. Oh, hey Tom, welcome back. You didn't miss much. We're still running through this bland area here. Ooh, funny story. I like those. Give me one.
I need help!
Ow. Oh, look at all these dudes. And keep running.
I hate to think Arya's trapped here.
Ah, there we go. Sneaking successful.
This was a fool's errand.
To Papen, when I left, you said, Braum, stay the fuck here. Well. Alright, nobody drop the soap.
There has to be a way out of here.
We're in jail now.
Yes!
What? That's a weird animation for that spell, but okay.
This is an ancient place.
I could tell. It's purple. Well, that sneaking mission went super well. I'm really happy with how that turned out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 1, 17. Okay, more than halfway done. Nice. To Durz's Fortress? Durz's Fortress. Doza's Fortress.
Doozy's Fortress?
Dizzy's Fortress.
It is becoming kind of a doozy. You can't argue.
Yeah. Huh. The way these cutscenes are edited, it's making me dizzy.
Oh.
What is this filter? Why is there a film grain?
It's dramatic.
This ain't like a 1920s newsreel. It's fantasy,
Oh,
right?
the humanity!
Oh. Welcome to Silent Hill 4's water prison. Remember, press and hold L1 and then press circle to use your fire magic. Why does it say remember when this is not something that they have introduced yet? This is a brand new mechanic being introduced. And they're just like, oh yeah, remember, you can do this.
An endless abyss below.
Okay. Can I actually fall into the endless abyss? I cannot. It literally will not let me fall into the abyss. Vault Dynamics. No! I will lock you into a vault. I'll... Yeah, cornerstone. Just lock him in that corner. Man, if I knew I could just set dudes on fire, I would have been doing that this whole time.
I'll take this one.
Look at that. You could just light them the fuck up. This is good. This is quality animation here. Yep. There we go. Nailing it. So, the fun thing here is, if you, if you're holding down the button to pull out your bow, jeez, that fire is way too effective. How have they never told me about this? If you're holding down the button for your magic or your bow, and you press a direction on the stick, instead of moving that direction, you roll automatically. Or like dodge. I'm not happy about it.
Onward and upward.
You just light these motherfuckers up. Man, Eragon is cold-blooded. Oh, I bypass his shields and everything? Do a barrel roll. Hey, I'm really glad I got one level where I got to summon a dragon, and one level where I got to fly on a dragon. Out of 10 levels so far. They're really capitalizing on
The tower's falling to pieces.
on the whole dragon property.
They're on the floor below.
I'm sorry, I mean Eragon. You can just light these guys up, and either the fire kills them, or they go running off a cliff. So, like, insta-kill either way. Yeah. Nice. Some sweet non-dragon action. Alright, gotta hand it to this game. Setting enemies on fire is a lot of fun.
That's where we're headed.
It feels good, and the animation of them, like, just leaping to their death off a cliff is hilarious. Good stuff. Way to go, game.
Quickly! They're moving up the tower! Magic!
I like how that guy's warning his fellows that, like, there's magic, when, like, what the fuck are they gonna do about it? Yeah, just run until we get a cutscene trigger. Gotta be one around here, right? It's fine. So what are these dungeons exactly? I feel like I want to say the bad guy's some kind of necromancer, because that seems like the kind of thing you'd do in a fantasy novel. Just be like, oh yeah, what's bad? Dead stuff. Then again, I don't know. We've only seen him twice in a cutscene, and like, he's been pretty inscrutable. Dozer's Pleasure Palace. Ooh.
There they are! They're outside the tower!
Oh, they're outside the tower. Did I convince you with my accent? I'm very British and fantasy. Oh, hey, AK, what's up? Alright, so what they try to do is give me areas where I have to use my magic to pass. So the... Surprise garbage run? Oh yeah, that's how I would describe this game. So they give me instances where I have to use my magic, and I have to stand still in order to do it. So they're like, oh yeah, we'll put enemies here, and then they'll have to fight the enemies in order to get past, because they've got to stand still to use their magic, but... Brahm's pretty effective at drawing aggro.
There they are! They're in the tower!
So, like... just run until you hit a cutscene trigger, whatever.
The king! Got it!
It's like a high school production of a less good Lord of the Rings license game. Hey, fun fact, the actor who plays Eragon was in high school when he got hired. This was his first acting role, apparently. And he was learning his lines for the high school production of Hamlet.
Don't look down.
And had to drop out because he got the job as Eragon. This was his first film role as an actor, and I think his last time in starring role. Although he does have a bit part in Tim Burton's 2010 blockbuster Alice in Wonderland. Sorry, that was a little... throwing up in my mouth a little bit. I'm sorry. Excuse me, game? Why did you do that to me? No, there aren't. Turns out. Nobody needs to look that up because there are not. No, Connie went to bed, so... You know what? It's a shame that that's a terrible movie. It really is, because, the name they gave the White Rabbit in there is actually pretty alright. I actually like it, and I would totally love to use it, but, yeah. Problem is that movie's trash, so... Can't. We're not gonna.
What strange power?
I also forget the name, but I remember it being pretty good. I don't know though. Alright, I think what I've wandered into here is like some kind of bonus area. Yeah, apparently that movie was very successful monetarily. What was the point of that? What do I do now? Is this climbable now, or what? Ugh. What did this do?
Nice grapple.
Oh, did it, like, bust up a hole in the outside of this thing? I guess? Alright. Tom, don't make me fire you. What was this? What is that? Oh man, he's got a Frankensteiner? Jeez. Okay, these dudes need to stop with the shoe sting. Okay, checkpoint.
They're on their way here. Fire! Watch out for those archers.
Tom, you are a rogue element. You are a danger to yourself and others. You're a lone wolf cop on the edge who plays by his own rules.
Watch out for them.
I would have your gun and your badge, but damn it, you're the best cop on this force. Do I have to kill all the archers? Is that what it's gonna make me do? Alright, I guess I'll do that then? Maybe that'll work. Whatever. I'm hoping that's the trigger for this.
Got him.
Excellent.
Because I'm making you guys partners. What is this music? Whoa. You okay, Brown? You alright there, buddy? Yes, precisely. You're the by-the-book cop, and Tom is the rogue element.
Much better.
Okay, well, we're in the tower now. Now what? I feel like this is where we're supposed to be. Ugh, does it want us to keep killing dudes?
Back up here.
Oh good, just like, yeah, just keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's what I want from my AI. Complete predictability. They're coming out with a new Bad Boys? I don't know if you could get a more perfect, like, cop movie than Bad Boys 2. I mean, aside, of course, from Hot Fuzz, but that's almost unfair. Bad Boys 2 is also Michael Bay's best movie. 100%. Like, by a wide margin, too.
Great shot.
Great shot. I guess I'm down for some dumb, cheesy fun. Okay, so we did have to kill all those dudes so that this door opened. Okay. So far, this magic's been a lot about, like, moving things around and setting dudes on fire. Which, I mean... cool. But also, like, the most boring of magic. What's the second best Michael Bay flick? I'm gonna have to look through his oeuvre. Did he do Armageddon, or was that James Cameron? He did? Probably Armageddon, then.
Better.
Also, my body just reacted violently to calling you, Michael Bay's Library of Works an oeuvre. Is it this one? It was this one.
Walkway.
Here we go.
They killed him.
And don't ask me which, like, Transformers film I like, because I cannot tell the difference between them. I really can't. I have watched a couple of them, and I cannot actually figure out which one's which. Not even in terms of quality, but in terms of, like, content. Like,
They must not escape.
I saw the one where the schlubby white guy wants to impress girl and discovers some kind of small alien thing that winds up being the thing the bad guy's after. And then there's a big bad robot in it too. So then they fight. So whichever one that one was.
They're on the floor above.
So I'm not 100% sure.
They must not get to Daza.
But this doesn't sound like Jeremy Irons to me. I don't know if it is or not. Actually, wait, Michael Bell's second best film is The Rock? Yeah, alright. That's a quality choice. I remember that one being pretty alright.
They're on the walkway.
Yes.
They're outside the town.
Yes. Thanks for the update on where we are. I'm guessing...
They're in the hallway.
Is all the dialogue in this game just, hey, they're here? They're on a walkway. They're in the tower. They're outside the tower. They're on the floor above us. They're not on the floor above me. Oh, they're on the floor below you.
We're outnumbered.
Well, it's not useful information for me then, is it? The hit sounds sound a little wet noodly. They do. Stabaka. Whipaka. Whippa. There's a staircase up, and so far we've been ascending most of the time, so I'm gonna assume that ascending is what we want to continue to do. Wow, they really just phoned this level in, didn't they? That's just a treasure chest. Oh, can you zoom the camera in just a little bit, game? So I can see what I'm doing? This is good. Cool. Keep it right about here if you could. No? I don't want to fall now. Jeremy Irons just teleporting. Like he does. I feel like that's why he got this role. They're like, ah, yeah, his teleportation abilities. That's why we need him in our movie. Eragonal. I should have called this game Truth or Eragonal. You know, a female dragon is called a Eragonal. You know, it's been a little short lately, but I'm thinking about growing my hair again.
Arya's here. I can feel it.
Oh.
Eragon, no. It's a trap.
Yes, and it's
Oh,
already.
Oh my
started.
god.
This is the mighty dragon rider. Here's a choice for you, Dragonrider. Join me, and together we will crush Galbatorix. Never!
I'll never join you!
Face your enemy.
Yeah, I was gonna keep burning this guy down. Do you remember what the name of, the, dragon that's played by, he's his evil half-brother or something? What? I didn't know this.
Actually, I just realized who this asshole bad guy looks like. Imagine if you Pennywise and Kylo Ren in a blender.
Clown Ren? I don't know. I don't know how to make that work. I need better material. We need a new bad guy. What is Sean Connery's dragon's name
Oh, I
in
think it's
Dragonheart? It's Draco?
Yeah, it's just Draco.
It's
His
just
name doesn't
Draco.
have a name. I think they named him while looking up at the fucking constellation of the same title.
Oh god.
I like that movie more than I should have.
I remember liking it, but I haven't seen it in so long that I'm sure it's like
I don't think it's aged well.
probably not.
I
Oh,
do
this guy's got
remember liking the
flamethrowers?
concept. Like,
The flamethrower just shoots out of like the middle of his chest.
this is what happens when you eat too much like spicy food. Except normally it should be coming out of your butt. If it comes out of your navel, please see a doctor. Speaking of which, would anyone like to hear a horrible, stupid poem I read today? I didn't write it, I read it.
Yeah, I can use fire too. Just set your stupid robes on fire. Just hotfoot this guy to death.
Little Timmy woke one day and felt a little strange. He tossed the feeling far away and said, "It's time for change. It's time for something new," said he. "It's time for something real. Because that, it surely seems to me, explains the way I feel. This feeling deep inside my gut, it's craving change," he cried. But someone glued his butthole shut, and Timmy fucking died.
What? What is happening in this fight?
In this fight, in this chat. Is that a gigantic eyeball? Like a red eyeball?
I
Please-
guess, because
please
it's like
get- please
it's
get
staring
some
at
pricing on
me.
that. Why is- Oh wait, it's a gigantic. Seriously, you cribbed that off Tolkien?
Her giant red magical eyes, clear eyes is awesome. The voice line he keeps repeating is, "Come dance with my blades."
I mean, sure, but your blades don't bleed very well, and they don't know how to waltz, so maybe not.
I'm gonna go with that. Okay, there we go. Knock his ass out. Oh, I'm gonna be so upset if I die here. And have to do this again. I'm really confused as to what I'm supposed to do. My magic doesn't seem to work all the time. Just some of it. And then he, like, counterattacks immediately. Ow. Oh no.
Come dance with my blades.
Ow.
Beaten by a farm boy, Durza.
Okay. I'm getting some hits in, though. I got some good hits in. Maybe this is the trick. Ow. Oh! Oh, he's got finishers. Look at that pose!
Style.
Oh, it's so dumb. I love it.
Knocked his ass out.
Yeah, sometimes that works.
I see this was the Mikolash school of
And sometimes it's just like, nah.
effective combat magicians.
Okay, so the technique to use here is run away, magic arrow when you got it, I guess. Ooh. Oof, duh. Okay. No, we got this. We got this. We're gonna bulldoze Dozer.
Eragon, no. It's a trap.
I'm gonna play this scene again because it's just too
It's
good.
already sprung. This is the mighty dragon rider.
Dude, your face tattoos suck. Whoever did those, like,
Join me, and together we
you
will
really need a
crush
new artist.
Everyone in this movie has pink eye.
Singer. Beaten by a farm boy, Durza.
Is his name Durza or Doza? I can't. I don't know. I can't. Oh.
Oh. The cat just looked at me in a very frightened manner.
Understandably.
Rissinger.
Just light him up.
Light him up.
Over here, dragon rider.
Every one up in the building. Ah! Your hands go up and they stay there.
Rissinger.
Well, at least he's got like flippicas. He's got flippy tricks.
Rissinger.
Starting him on fire seems to be most effective. I'm gonna hang back until my magic returns, and then light him up. This boss fight is lit! I think the kids are still saying that, right? Maybe? Maybe? Are people still dabbing? Is that a thing? I don't know. I'm so old.
Rissinger.
You can do all the kung fu you want, but I can still just, like, run around and set you on fire.
Fire.
Oh, looks like he can do the same, though.
You won't be so lucky this time, Durza.
Lucky, eh? He's just eviscerating poor Jeremy Irons.
Rissinger.
Also, that flamethrower attack can hit me from, like, when he's off screen. So, it's a little annoying. Gonna say.
Face your entry.
Oh, he's got the grabs. And three frame unblockable jabs. Ugh. Look at this guy. He's got a full screen special too.
How do you like my decoration?
Nope. See, my magic doesn't work that time. Okay.
My magic protects.
Oh, hey Trance, what's up? Yeah, Tuesday is gonna be our dumpster dive, so we're just gonna play, whatever trash I got lying around, to be honest.
Care for a blade.
And I think we're a little over halfway through this one, but this fight's given me a little bit of trouble. Grabby hands. Take that, dozer.
My magic.
Go back to the Nebuchadnezzar.
You were way better there.
Who was the traitor from the first movie?
Cypher.
Ah, yes.
Apparently, in the Matrix games, like, there's a whole cult of, like, Cypherites.
Really?
Yeah. Again, I never played them. I know we've talked about, like...
We own a copy of Enter the Matrix.
Yeah, apparently that's where that's supposed to be, or some
Huh.
other spin-off?
There were 3 Matrix games, as far as I
It
know.
must be one of them.
Because there was, Enter the Matrix, then Path of Neo, which really is just, like... People wanted a game where you play as Neo, so I guess here's a game where you play as Neo.
I think it probably would have been the first one, because I remember hearing about Cypherites really, or like, okay, Chad, confession time.
Makes sense.
I love the Matrix films. I'm angry about what the internet has done to them.
Did we do it?
Legendary.
And,
The last thing a Dragon Rider hears before
even,
being
the only one I'm not a huge fan of, I don't really
is
like
destroying
what
his dying dragon.
Sorry, his face. I'm loving it.
everyone's face.
Oh! Jeremy Irons, no! Oh god, who are you?
Excuse you?
Boom, headshot.
That...
And then there was the Matrix MMO, yeah.
Can somebody make me a gif of that he gets hit in the shoulder, turns around like the fuck, and then immediately gets shot in the head, and we don't even know who shot him in the first place?
Fucking headshot.
I swear to God, if you make a gif, I can't really give you anything. Would you like a recipe?
That was a real hand. Did you see it?
I did.
That was somebody's hand that they just filmed. Okay, who is this guy, and why is he just a palette swap of the main character?
I'm so
Some comic fucking timing there. Oh, yeah, give him a good shake. Oh, Dragon wants to play
That's like-
tug of war.
That's like the comedic timing of like getting hit in the shoulder with like a pie and then getting hit in the face with one.
Yes, exactly. So I think I figured it out. They didn't want to pay for motion capture, and animating hands is really hard. So anytime we get a close-up of a hand, it's like a live-action hand, superimposed. It's so weird. Alright, definitely saving this. So hey, Trance, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a bit. Yes, overwrite that save. What you been up to? Are you excited for Borderlands? Ah! Oh, speaking of which, I might have to cut Thursday's stream short a little bit, because there's a 9 p.m. local time release for Borderlands 3, and I gotta go pick my copy up. So,
Dear fantasy writers, putting an apostrophe and stuff does not make it cool. Continue, dear.
it does make it really elven, though.
It doesn't even make it elven, it just makes it look like you're abusing your keyboard.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is level 11. We got 5 more after this.
Can he do it?
48 hours till release.
Because you want to.
Dude, Control is such a good SCP game. Ow! Oh, I platinumed it last week and I loved it. It's so good.
What?
I'm the only person who doesn't care about Borderlands. Oh. Alright, I need a very short break to use the washroom, and get a new drink. And then we'll finish this thing up. So I'll be right back. Yo, I am returned. Ready to
The house of punching.
ready to play some more Dragon. Dragon Gun.
Eragon, the shade has
His
poisoned
wicked face.
People.
Take me to the Varden, or I will die.
Show me how to find them.
What?
Follow the gorge to the Great Falls.
Whoa, whoa!
Who's this chick?
I don't know.
Why
think we
is his face made of Play-Doh?
Murtag,
I'm your new partner, Dragon Rider.
Presumptuous? Okay. Look at those just pictures of mountains. Like, this game doesn't look bad, but the cutscenes are just so confusing.
Well, the thing is,
They're
like,
bizarre.
these characters seem deeply unlikable.
Little bit.
Like, not maybe badly unlikable, but just... Again, I tried reading Eragon, I got into, like, maybe the second chapter, and I was just deeply bored and unimpressed by everybody.
I think this girl, we just saved her from Dozer?
Yeah, and I think, isn't she, like, an elf or something?
I don't know.
Or something, I don't know. I have some vague memory that they're, like... I'm the kind of asshole who will flip ahead to, like, read chunks.
What's wrong with your face?
Oh, come on, Tom. Everyone knows that your best faces should be made out of mashed potatoes.
That's just his thing,
What?
Isn't it? He's got a thing for just
shot
shooting
that
people in
man
the
in the
forehead.
head!
Yeah. Oh, this is a different guy.
Oh!
They're just generic
But
enemies.
they're just... Why?
like,
Why
yeah,
does
let's
that
get, like,
man
a
have a
million
huge
enemies.
ass pickaxe?
Run away!
Cute, invisible walls.
Nice. Hey, are there supposed to be dragons in this game? I'm noticing a distinct lack of dragons.
Oh no! Durgan.
My favorite. Dragons, my favorite. So, treasure chests just contain health, I'm noticing. Or super orbs for whatever that is. I have just realized there are dragons in this game. Oh look, there's one. Okay, there she goes. Bye. So I'm noticing I have no idea what that green meter at the bottom of the screen is. It said it was used for team attacks or something? I think? But that's not a thing. That's not something that this game has.
I can't swim. Yeah! I'll show you another dragon. That magic can come in handy.
And yeah, who is this, like, late game character who's like, oh yeah, I'm your new... Oh, I know what it is. I figured it out. Okay. So Brahms player was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try to defend Eragon from this attack. But then he rolled like a 1 and then failed his death saving throw. And so he needed to roll up a new character, right? And so they introduced this guy and they're just like, oh, you seem trustworthy. Why don't you join my adventures? And he's like, I'm your new partner, Eragon. And it's just like, is this Brahms' new character? Oh, cool. He's like, yeah, I switched from fighter to ranger. I think that's what's going on here. That's the only explanation I can come up with for how suddenly they just introduced him into the plot. Can I summon a dragon? I feel like that'd be a cool thing to do in this game. I don't know why. But I think it'd be neat if there were, like, dragons you could summon. Something like that. Hey, AK, I got an answer for your question now. Tom Tom! Aw, thank you for stopping by! Good luck with Bloodborne if you're still playing. Alright, AK, I figured out... Okay, the movie that I'm surprised never got a video game adaptation is Reign of Fire.
What of your past, your family? My family was slaughtered by the king's soldiers when I was a boy.
Ooh, getting exposition. Okay, that's the end of the exposition. That's one cool kid. So Reign of Fire is the... Is Tom Cruise in Reign?
What?
Do you remember Reign of Fire?
Reign of Fire.
Yeah, so it's a post-apocalypse, like 90s action movie where
yeah.
dragons show up and then the US military has to fight dragons.
Jesus Christ. I don't think I ever saw it, but I remember seeing the trailers and thinking, like...
It had like a Tom Cruise or a Ben Affleck in it or somebody.
Like that. I remember seeing it and it, like, my brain, there was part of my brain that was like, no, this is dumb. This is dumb, I'm not gonna like this. But then there's that little part that attracts all human beings to action films. Oh yeah! That part of the voice, that part of the brain, by the way, always speaks in the voice of Macho Man Randy Savage.
It got a video game tie-in? Really?
Really? Oh, we gotta find that, honey.
Oh, yeah. I need to get a copy of that, especially if...
We should watch that one.
We should.
Find it.
I'm down to watch it. I remember it being entirely unpleasant.
I guess that was one of the things that you could just tell from the trailer. I remember that.
Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale. That's who I'm thinking of.
Oh no! I just think Matthew McConaughey is thoroughly enjoyable.
From 2002, but didn't the movie come out in like 98 or something?
Jesus.
I feel like I remember the movie being earlier. I might be wrong.
You can learn a thing or two from me, Dragon Rider.
These environments are actually really pretty for a PS2 game.
I wish they'd let you actually see them more. They've got you like shimmying along the edges of things, and it's like I don't want to see that. I want to see like all your nice terrain.
Yeah, it's a little muddy. Like a little more color would be nice, but you know. Movie was also in 2002. Oh God. Okay. I don't know. They're dudes.
Dudes being dudes together.
Just dudes. They're...
They're straight away on fire.
Yes! So if you hold down L1 and you press circle, you can make people on fire and then they just like run off cliffs and shit.
So that's just your Kara's fun.
Pretty much. Oh man, 2002? It must be a PS2 game then. And maybe GameCube? Ooh, okay. I will work on finding us a copy of Reign of Fire. Because that sounds like a great time. Because it should be just like a first-person shooter with dragons in it. Like Legendary, or Clive Barker's Jericho, or something like that. Like, I feel like it should be a shitty, mediocre first-person shooter. Like, Call of Duty style military shooter.
I'm watching the trailer for Reign of Fire, by the way.
Oh boy.
Oh, what?
The video game or the movie? Oh, okay.
Got it.
Ooh. But that was pre Call of Duty Modern Warfare? So maybe it's not that. And if that's the case, I have no idea what that game would be. A Contra-style side-scrolling shooter? I don't know. This music is trying really hard to convince me that something much more dramatic is going on than fighting the same enemies we've been fighting the entire game. by just mashing the same buttons over and over again. Because there's a cart in our way and it can't be destroyed until all the enemies die. But it's trying, damn it. Listen to it try. Oh, it's kicking in the vocals and everything. It's a little bit sad, to be honest. Oh, you can break their cover. That's great. I'll keep that in mind for when I run past all these enemies and don't fight them. Yes! I love when I don't have to play a level. It's just like, yeah, just run past those guys, whatever. Press and hold R1 and hold X to charge skill shots. Okay, I got that.
Ergal encampment.
Oh. It's an Ergal encampment. Okay, so those are 3D models, but they're cel-shaded to look 2D? Man, those cutscenes are so weird.
Got to approach silently, or the entire Ergal camp will be after us.
Got it.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
Okay. Yeah, sneaky sneak. Gonna sneaky sneak our way through here. Alright, alright. Oh. I got spotted. Good. Okay.
I wonder why so many others.
Ah!
Could be that they're looking for the body.
Checkpoint.
Take them out quietly. You're picking up some of my bow skills, Dragon Rider.
I can't believe Ring of Fire got a video game. I can't believe I didn't remember it. That's so bizarre. The only thing that can make that better is if Christian Bale was actually in the game. Like, if they actually got the likeness rights and everything. I'm sure they didn't, but, like, it'd be really cool if he did. Like how they got Vin Diesel in The Wheelman. The hit game for the PlayStation 3 and 360. The Wheelman. I just love seeing these enemies on fire running around. Also how they're entirely coded to be, like, monstrous and everything, but, like, they're just dudes. Okay. Please target the enemy that's right in front of me, and not the stalactite in the back. Please? There. Jeez Louise. Ah! Time for bed? Alright. You have a good night, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. No, thank you. I hope things improve at work. But get some rest and have a good night. Okay. Oh, okay. We go this way now that we dropped the rocks, I guess? Oh no.
Why do you fight for us? What better way to take my revenge against the king?
Man, there's so much combat in this game. Was the movie, like, much of, like, a hack and slash, like, action romp, or what? Oh, here's another fun fact for you guys. Did you know that Eragon was the last major Hollywood film released on VHS?
Use cover and take your time.
I'm sure that's not particularly interesting to anyone, but it was. And it totally makes sense. I avoided this franchise like taco farts. Yeah, me too. I don't really, like... I read a bit about it last night, so that I have something to talk about while playing it. But, like, I've never read the book. I've never seen the movie. Is it gonna be a boss fight?
A trap merchant. Fight well or die.
I don't know what this character's name is, who we're with here. I don't know if he even has one. Okay, good. Huh, just like... what I wanted was to be locked into an infinite combo there. Like, that's a good time. That's emergent gameplay, is the thing. The author's parents were publishers? That explains a lot. I guess that's why they pushed so hard to get his book published at 16. They had him do, like, speaking tours and stuff in, like, medieval garb and everything. And I mean, great on your parents for being supportive that way, but, like, I don't know. There's something a little bit, what are those, like, toddler beauty pageant things where the parents are, like, super into it and the kids are just, like, look fucking miserable and way too made up? Tops and tiaras, something like this shit. But, like, for writers.
Eragon, toss them in the fires.
There you go, now you're on fire. Oh, or is there... I think that's most pageants. Yeah, probably. Is there gonna be an end to these guys? Or, is this just gonna be... There's no end to them until you figure out a specific trigger or something. Maybe? Can I target the guy up there? No. No, I cannot. Okay. Oh, yeah. A quality voice acting, too. They're like running around like angry toddlers. Yes. They're the Tantrumites. Okay. Did we win? I think we win. Cool.
You know, this partnership could be good for the both of us. You could teach me the secrets of a dragon rider.
And what would you teach me?
To survive until morning.
What is this, like, film grain going on? It's supposed to be fantasy, and it's not even like a flashback film grain. It's like... It's weird because it's like 1920s newsreel film grain. Just bizarre. Let me get a little more comfortable so I can continue Eragoning. Well, shall we continue? Do we dare, Eragon?
Misty Gorge.
Ah, yes, the famous Misty Gorge scene of Eragon. Of course. Is this a flying level? Maybe? Maybe a flying level? We only had that one tutorial one. Oh.
Careful, Urgles could be anywhere.
Urgles is not a very good name for your bad guys. Because they just sound like Fraggles. And I'm not very threatened by Fraggles. Even down in Fraggle Rock.
Not bad, Dragon Rider.
Oh, they gave me so many orbs. Uh-huh. Okay. Good. There we are. Misty Gorge sounds like a porn star. Specializing in vor. That is great, actually.
Much better.
I was joking that Jeremy Irons gets bored by a dragon in the end of the Dungeons & Dragons movie, but that's even better.
Maybe next time.
Okay. Just push him off the cliff, I think, is going to be the strategy. Why can't I go all the way back here? What is the purpose of that? Alright, see you guys. This level is too open. Like, I'm really confused as to where progress is, but... Okay, so that's just bonus stuff. Oh. Okay. Got it. Whoa.
That's almost
A little forward. But okay. Nobody clip that voice line.
Destroying Eragonal is becoming quite fun.
to see us in this thick fog. True, but fog works both ways. We won't see them.
Good
either.
cut.
Move swiftly.
Good cut.
Arya grows weaker.
Okay. That character that I care so much about.
Where'd he go?
Oh, this is gonna be the
The mist is even
The
thicker
level?
down here. Let them hide their ugly faces. in the
interesting.
mist.
Cool. Vor or no Vor? I am not a fan of this Misty Gorge.
Brisinga! They sound like they're all around us. Careful, farm boy. Brisinga!
Okay. Just target the enemies off screen and just pop them a little bit. Just give them a little
Keep going. Death rises from the
little pop pop. I love their little, like, football tackle they do when they get in here.
Brisinga!
And by like, I mean, fuck, is this annoying?
Grista Vindre!
Oh, is there gonna be actually, like, an exit to this level that I need to find? Okay.
We can't go this way. We'll have to find another
Sure.
way across.
Hey, that just makes sense. Why don't you use all that magic you've got, huh? You could, like, magic the bridge back together? Or make, like, a floating platform to use?
We have to remember where we are.
I mean, that's fine too. Sure. Make a maze out of it? Alright. Oh god, a secret egg. Hey, what other good dragon movies were there? I mentioned Dragonheart. I mentioned Reign of Fire.
That switch lowered us onto the bridge.
Okay.
We have to figure out the other side.
There's switches, huh? Hmm. No. Stop. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon is actually a good one. You know, I've never seen any of the sequels, but I heard they were pretty good, actually. Like, I heard those movies can be, like, pretty consistently good across the board.
That's the other side.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's those switches out of the way. Good.
Great move.
Nailed it.
Coming.
Yeah, like I said, I heard they were all pretty good. And I would believe that. I liked the first one well enough.
I needed that.
Hey, whatever your name is, you should, like, collect some health.
This looks suspicious. Watch yourself.
Or else you gonna die.
Look out the rock. We have to avoid the rock.
What? Excuse me? Hello? Could somebody tell me what I did wrong there? Maybe? Any insight would be nice. What happened? I keep wanting to think these green orbs are like the red orbs in Devil May Cry. Or like God of War. Where they're like experience that you can use to buy like skills and things. But that's not something that happens in this game. There's no unlocks, or character progression, or anything like that. So I don't know what the purpose of that green bar on the bottom of the screen is. I really don't. It's just like a score meter?
I don't like the look of this. Tread carefully, Eragon.
I don't like the look of this is how I would sum up this entire game, I think.
I'll take the big one. Look out. Don't push the rock over.
Okay. So I'm gonna let them push that rock. And then, like, go in there. So I think that's what was killing me, was I was getting quote-unquote hit by that rock. Even though I kind of feel like maybe I shouldn't have been.
Step lively.
Okay. Okay. What the devil is the janitor? Hey, we don't find out. There's DLC coming for the game
Don't
though,
like the look of this. Tread carefully.
so fingers crossed.
Look out.
We will discover that eventually.
Rotate. We must avoid the rock.
Okay, now I know what sound the rocks make. I guess we just have to like get close enough for them to trigger and then run back. Okay, yeah, they pushed them like way in front of me. Ooh. Pardon me. So for any of you potential Eragon speedrunners out there, really tough to outrun those rocks, so pro tip. Trigger them and then run away. Except maybe for this one? No, yeah. Same strategy for all of them. Okay.
That was close.
Also jump a lot. I don't know if it's faster, but it feels faster.
As prompt.
Like it saves at least 3 frames per jump. Is how it feels. I don't think that's actually true though. Rower. Dragon.
Not bad, Dragon Rider.
Did that guy just say not bad dragon?
Go, Sabir.
More grunty guys. Yep. Good.
Rissinger.
Just gonna start him on fire.
That's it, Sabir.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this game to reference Bad Dragon, but I guess that's a like a tie-in that makes sense to me. I guess they could have like had like merchandise and stuff, cross promotion. Makes sense. Cool. Okay. So there's just gonna be like a near infinite number of grunty dudes. And we're just gonna have to beat the crap out of them. Because we're Eragon. That's what Eragon does. Sword fights dudes? Yeah? Why did they name him Eragon if he doesn't, like, sword fight dudes? That's just thematically appropriate. Ugh. Yep. Definitely out of stuff to talk about when it comes to this combat, because you press triangle and then you press circle. And if you've got the magic for it, you press circle. Oh, a cliff. Nice. Let's start some dudes on fire. Knock them off the cliff. The ashtray maze is awesome. And the music is superb. What an awesome use of that track. Ow! Stop! Okay. No, stay there. So I could just keep knocking you off the edge of this cliff. Alright, I have discovered the speedrun strats. This is them. This is the speedrun. Oh, the princess or whatever has like a health bar. Love the Alan Wake Easter egg. There's several. But do you mean the appearance of Alan Wake? Because that is a thing that happens. Hey Madman, what's up? I'm sure this is entirely accurate. That's why dragons have shown up for exactly 2 levels in this game, and the rest of it is sword fighting big grunty dudes. The movie had like 10 minutes of flying on a dragon, and the rest of it was casting magic, right? Tossing dudes off a cliff. I only found 3 or 4 files. Okay. You know the page that they refer to? You can find it in the Panopticon. If you go to, I think it's on the 4th floor, there's a place you have to like levitate in order to get to. Might be the 5th floor. You have to levitate in order to get there. But if you approach the book, you get a ghostly image of Alan Wake. Talking about stuff.
Hurry, we've got to save Arya.
Stab.
Watch out for them. Go.
Summit Man, I've never read the book. Does the book also have super orbs that you need to collect in order to build up a friend gauge? I'm sure that happens, right?
The fight we've been preparing for has come to us.
Gosh, I don't know how to read. Oh boy. All right. That's another level down. 3 to go. Ergol attack. Ergol attack has been every level so far.
Ergol attack.
We've gotten to fly on a dragon once in this whole game, and it was a tutorial level. They tutorialed us through a dragon flight level, and every single level so far has been on foot sword fighting.
Eragon and
Oh my
Sophia
god,
finally
these cutscenes
found
are so
the god
weird.
Who were able to nurse Arya back to health.
Okay, good.
But the Urgos followed close behind, intent on destroying the rebellion once and for all.
They're just dudes. What is this picture of a rock? Like somebody went outside and took a picture of a rock, and then there's like a fire gif with transparent background that they put. Oh.
Our gamble has failed. The
Oh,
archers
no.
were unable to light the oil traps.
We're on our way.
What? Oh. Hey. Speak of the devil. Do we get to fly on the dragon, please? I would like some dragons. Protect the 6 to... Oh, God, it's a defense mission. Keep the oil fields burning to ward off the Ergol invasion. Oh. Oh. Oh, God, it is Lair. You know, they call them Ergols, but they look like Erguys to me. But, I mean, all good. Tower status is shown in the mini-map below. Destroy all enemies and war machinery to win the battle. Okay. Uh-huh.
Perhaps my fire can light the oil fields.
How do I fire? Oh! Oh! Breathe fire! Look, we finally get a level where we fight the dragon.
I'm trying to think of words.
It's just Lair. It's Lair.
It makes me sad deep in my fantasy. It's honest to God, it was books like this that made me stop reading fantasy for the longest ass time. Like after I read Tolkien, there was such a like I never liked Harry Potter the way some people did.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember just looking and searching and failing for years to find decent, like fantasy-based literature. It's one of the things I think that kind of drove me into reading more and more comics, because there tended to be more good stuff in that vein out there.
Gotcha.
Like, I read ElfQuest, and that eventually led me to reading manga, and of course that led me all the way around the block just to get next door to regular Western comics, too. And loved those. Great fantasy stories in a lot of those. But I didn't go back to, like, reading fantasy books, pretty much, or, like, thinking even remotely highly of them until I read The Dark Tower. I read The Gunslinger, really. Stephen King's Gunslinger.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of had, like, that feel... Sorry, guys, I hope I'm not, like, taking over chat here. But it was one of the first where it felt like... It felt like of course it had homage elements to other things, which is very much the point of the Dark Tower, all like it's our world but not our world, or some alternate reality thereof. but it didn't feel like how Eragon felt in so many other books in that, you know, that were trying to be Tolkien felt.
Yeah.
Where they were just empty, really. Again, it's a clinical case of you've read The Lord of the Rings, but you didn't read the appendixes. You didn't read it again, here I go with the Silmarillion again, you didn't read the Silmarillion, you don't get the point of this world.
You cheated not only the novel, but also yourself.
Yes.
You didn't accomplish anything.
Exactly though. Like, the whole point of, like, The Hobbit is not to get all the gold and go home wealthy. The whole point is the gold has a horrible, horrible corrupting influence that gets basically everyone important killed.
Mhm.
You know, it essentially ruins this little town that has completely rebuilt from scratch. And, you know, Bilbo profits, but he also winds up bringing back, you know, the One Ring, and that's leads into its own set of things. Which, of course, as we all know, in the end of Lord of the Rings, Frodo doesn't just come back and get to live happily ever after. He comes back with a bad case of PTSD. He doesn't actually succeed in his quest. The only reason the quest gets done is him and Gollum start fighting like a couple of addicts over the last hit. And Gollum just happens to win and forget about things like edges and gravity. So, like, the good guys don't
Checkpoint?
win. Winning is not the point. The world doesn't go back to being good and right. It's like, the world keeps moving on. And that's, again, it's why I'm loving the Silmarillion so much now that I'm finally listening to it as an adult. It's like, here's all this stuff that happened beforehand.
Oh
and
no.
here's the whole fucking apocalyptic universe that the elves are living in, basically. So, yeah, but Eragon doesn't get that.
Well,
To no small degree, stuff like,
I'm not gonna give it a
Don't get
pass
that.
just because it's written by a 16-year-old, but it is written by a 16-year-old.
It is written by a 16-year-old, and that is really, really painfully obvious. But the thing is that there's a lot of other fantasy writers who are making the same sin who are adults.
Sure,
and have
sure.
no fucking excuse.
I cannot figure out, like... Ow?
Did I step on you?
No, you're fine. It's just, like, weird.
Sorry. Sorry, I was leaning down to try to read chat because I'm horrendously nearsighted.
Oh, secret eggs.
I thought that somebody had mentioned the word eagles in chat, and I was about to lean down and sound off on the Lord of the Rings.
Four towers remaining.
Eagles! Plot hole. Can you sense the quotation marks? Because I will give you chapter and verse on some things about that if you push me. You don't want to push me. I will still be talking about it by the time Bun is done with the stream. At which point I will shove him away from the mic and take over. You will all get to listen about eagles.
There's not much to say.
Forever.
Just Mordor has anti-air.
I mean, it does have anti-air, but fun fact, I didn't realize this until I started listening to Silmarillion. The eagles, the giant eagles, are technically, like, up there with Gandalf, so, like, in the hierarchy of things.
Yeah.
They're incredibly powerful, and they, like the wizards, are sworn to not interfere in, basically the lives of
Within
mortals.
Levadan,
They can influence, they can, you know...
Are the wizards sworn not to interfere?
Yes, they actually are. That's
Wow, Gandalf fucks
well,
up.
the thing is, okay, so it's not exactly, like, they can't raise their, you know, they can't... There's
Hang
an
on a
exact way
sec.
that this is put.
the king's soldiers penetrated the Vardan defenses.
His face still looks...
and it was up to the heroes
What are these
to
animations,
stop the
Jesus?
ruthless
Oh my god, it's like these cutscenes are in fast forward.
Yes, they are.
Ah!
Play the Benny Hill theme over them.
Whoa. Oh, okay, we'll just destroy all the king's soldiers, I guess? Alright. Hey, if you tell me to do a game, I will commit this genocide, I guess.
Classy.
I guess that's what we're doing. Alright, go on.
But yeah, no, I'm trying not
Explain to me why Gandalf makes sense even if he's got, like, a Star Trek,
So, it's not, okay, I misspoke, it's not the fucking Prime Directive.
Yeah.
Basically, this goes back to some of the war with Melkor bullshit that goes down. And basically, like, what is it? The starry, the wizards are Maiar. They're angels, basically. And to no small degree, the eagles are supposed to be, and if not Maiar themselves, sort of a step away from that, but not a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And the eagles are sacred to Manwë, who's like God 2.0, kind of. He's the head of Valar in the Undying Lands, and something with the war with Melkor, or with it's got to be with Melkor. It's not Sauron's not around here, or I mean he is around, but it's not anything important, really, not compared to who he's serving. Basically, the Istari, or the wizards and the eagles get sworn, at least nominally, to not directly interfere. Like, you can influence, again, this is not the Prime Directive, and I misspoke earlier. You can influence, you can push your own agenda, you can push the agenda of good, ideally, but you can't take direct action. Gandalf can't go pick up the fucking ring and just hoof it off to Mordor.
Sure. But he does fight the Balrog.
I mean, he does, but I'd argue that that's a little bit of a different shit. Like, the Balrog, like, for the first, he didn't provoke the Balrog, that's entirely Pippin's fault.
You could sum up a lot of Lord of the Rings with, it was Pippin's fault.
Yeah.
Fool of a Took.
I mean, the thing is, though, that if that had not happened, then Gandalf would have never become Gandalf the White and would have never been powerful enough to get done what he needs to get done. So we should all be thanking him, is what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so long and short, like, again, Gandalf can't take the ring and hoof it into Mordor. The Eagles can't pick people up with the ring and haul their asses off to Mordor. This is against the rules as they stand.
It is, as you may expect, against the rule.
And, like, again, obviously, there's some interesting, I don't think you're playing, that you're doing this right. In particular, Saruman in the books is like, whoa there, Turbo.
So hey, have you guys noticed, not to interrupt,
No, please, I think I've basically said everything that I need to, at least for right now.
that we started out with 400 enemies to kill, and we are at 379 right now. This level is going to take an eternity. Are they replenishing? Is that number going up sometimes? I think the number's just going down, but...
Ekantarian, you're totally right about that, by the way. Also, fun fact, in the Silmarillion, Feanor gets, like, at the end of... He's in this battle, and he goes off, and he gets snuck up on and killed by a bunch of Balrogs. How do Balrogs sneak up on anything? Was Feanor just like me? Was he intensely nearsighted? And it's like, oh, what's that glowing shit in the background? Maybe, oh, it's a traffic light. Oh, no!
It's like, it's a dozen or so Balrogs. How do I free these dudes?
There must be a moment of, well, I done fucked up when that happens to you.
Ekantarian asks, Balrogs can shape change though, can't they?
This is a thing that kind of gets discussed. I mean, most spirits were able to until they fucked up to a certain degree and basically got that power locked.
Orbital drop.
No, Ekantarian, you're at least partially right. Again, like, Melkor and Sauron can both be all sexy for the longest ass time. I don't know that Melkor ever fully gets that knocked out of him. I mean, he's so high up there on the power scale. I know that eventually Sauron gets banned from being cute. And I think that basically also happens with the Balrogs.
You are now Uggo.
Yes,
Permanent.
you are now officially Uggo, and you're stuck that way.
Permanent Uggo. You used to be an HB8, now you're a 4.
Not even I mean, given some of the descriptions we know about, it's not even that, it's like, whoa there, Turbo.
I like how this game requires such little thought that you could deep dive into the lore of a completely different fantasy series. Is it completely different, though, or is it like...
Eragon
is this just a cheap copy?
Eragon is like the labradoodle of the Tolkien universe.
To be fair, I'm mostly concentrating on the gameplay here, while Bun Mom is concentrating
Yeah, it's
on...
running her mouth.
Yes. the lore. Because Tolkien lore is not my forte, personally.
Yeah.
I know everything there is to know about Sonic the Hedgehog lore. But,
Boy, does he.
which is much less interesting and important.
Honestly, again, I've kind of had a Tolkien revival just because, I felt that. Yow. Just because they finally put the audiobook of the Silmarillion up on Audible, so I yoinked it, and oh god. It's so good.
Plastic petticoats. Amy from Sonic the Hedgehog. How does she keep her skirt so stiff?
So Ekantarian, sorry, used to sell wine, makes her own on occasion when she's able to. You can't turn wine into beer unless you are doing some very interesting stuff. But at the core of it, you're not totally wrong.
Jesus coulda.
I was actually had a coworker recently drink out of his water bottle and go, God, I wish this was vodka. And I was like, well, if you could turn it into vodka, then the second coming of Christ is way more interesting than we were expecting. Because notably, if this gentleman did turn out to be, it turns out that Jesus Christ is gay and used to run a McDonald's.
Mind-boggling is probably a way I would describe Sonic Unleashed, yeah. I mean... never before playing a game have I noticed such a discrepancy between the good parts and the bad parts. It's like... it's really quite strange how at the, like, flip of a switch, it goes from... like, one of the best Sonic games to one of the absolute worst. Full disclosure, it was the PS2 version. Oh, I don't know if I've ever played that on PS2. Are the load screens, like, terrible on that, or what? Okay, the enemies here with shields, like, if you attack their shield, they stun you. There's, like, a little knockback. And if you knock the shield out of their hands, they still do that knockback.
So, fun fact, also,
It doesn't
unless
stop
I'm
it.
mistaken, so this is something, I haven't read a ton about this, but from what I've been led to believe, when it comes to shields with a point on the end like those ones,
Uh-huh.
these guys are actually holding wrong. You're supposed to hold them parallel with the point facing away, because then you can smack people with it.
Oh, you,
Yeah.
like, punch them with the,
Yeah,
the point of it? Oh, I gotcha.
You know, there's definitely shields that you would hold vertically.
Tower shields,
Yeah, tower shields are the obvious ones, but, like, you know, even you see some crappy square shields that really wouldn't have been good for anything, and of course Viking shields are just a fucking circle, so there's no wrong way up.
Give me a good buckler any day, you know?
Seriously, you don't have to worry, like, oh god, did I put it on, like... Also, the cool thing with some of the Viking shields is apparently they just sharpened the entire fucking edge, so the whole thing is pointy!
Fuck yeah! Like Captain America.
Yes, exactly, exactly. The Vikings did it first, and they did it with cool braided beards.
Ancient Vikings throw his mighty shield! There was a 70s Captain America show.
I'm just going to smile and pretend like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, there was the 70s live-action Captain America, like, series. And the theme song was Captain America throws his mighty shield. It was cute.
Yes. That's also... Oh, you're having some problems with that.
Yeah, this platforming, not my favorite. I'm gonna be honest.
Other fun facts about Vikings, they were actually very fashion conscious. They bathed a lot. They dyed their hair.
Too much, some might say. Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. In particular, the ones who would say that would be the British locals who wound up complaining to their local sheriffs when
All our girls keep running away with the Vikings.
You joke, but that's exactly what the problem was.
Mm-hmm.
They were going off about how, oh my goodness, like these Vikings, these dudes, these Norsemen, they braid their hair. And,
they're too clean, not stinky.
They bathe too much, and it's seducing our women. And so, yeah, no, that was a legit threat. I mean, you know,
cool.
I can see why that would be attractive if, you know, okay, Brunhild, you can marry this gentleman who's got, like, 3 goats and an acre of land and who bathes maybe once a day, or, you know, there's Bjorn down the road, who you are not to marry ever, who is definitely single and would, like, let you run the household and the finances, and who bathes regularly.
Math is women's work.
Legit. Sort of. I mean, so there's a meme that's gone around on the interwebs that Viking, oh my god, do you see what's like the...
Yeah. Alright.
There were some issues with the AI going on in there.
Just a little bit. Gonna be honest, the AI in this game?
Having a bit of connection.
Not the best.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so there's a meme that
check
goes
one.
that Viking women were entrusted with the math.
Oh my
because
god, we're only 1/4 of the
math
way done with
was
this level.
witchcraft, and witchcraft was women's work. So I've gone digging for this, and I've never found any exact source for it. However, I do think there is kind of a logical explanation, and it basically runs that back in the day, obviously, women were the primary producers of cloth. Spinning, weaving, etc. From what we understand, the traditional form of Viking witchcraft...
I'm stun-locked.
Seder, or Seether, I can't fucking pronounce it, I don't really care, it's not my bag, had something to do with spinning. It had that was one of, like, the tools. There's some implication of, like, spinning men's fates, and we know that there are the actual Norse fates who were very important, and apparently equipped similarly. So, spinning is magic, and the creation of cloth was, in turn, its own kind of magic. And the fun fact is that cloth is one of the few objects that is really easy to use as like a taxable good, because it's really easy, okay, you know it takes this much time to make it, this much effort, this much so on and so forth. So in a lot of societies where you don't have a stable form of income in some way, the easiest ways to tax your populace are grain and cloth. Because they're easy to get an idea of how much you can expect from people, and, you know, basically, and then, sorry, hang on. And, like, basically sort stuff out. It's good for your accountants. So, long and short is that women are in charge of making the cloth. Cloth making is magic. She's also in turn responsible for basically doing the taxes and handing over what needs to be handed over. And therefore, and you know, and also running the household, coming up with that sort of thing, which requires a certain amount of sort of basic mathematics. So, in its own way, yes, the Vikings did view math as women's work, and ergo as its own magic form. And notably, it was considered a badass thing to do. Like, the idea of which in Viking lore really it was just kind of like, oh, this is just something that women do. This is what women do. It's normal. It gets abnormal when dudes start doing it. Then it gets weird.
Loki.
Well, the thing is, it's not just Loki. So does Odin.
Odin.
So, there's a whole thing about this. Like, and it's one of the... I wish to God we had, like, records of Norse myth before it got all Crystal Dragon Jesus by Snorri Sturluson and everybody. Because, oh my god. Like, what were people actually thinking? I just want like an explanation of all the myths that we get, like, references to in other myths. It's like those little, like, asterisk... Oh, and here's this side note to, like, you know, oh, that time that, like, Freya had sex with Frey, and then when she got caught in the midst of, you know, having sex with her brother, farted. In, like, panic. Because that's a thing that happens. Panic farts. Incestuous panic farts. That would be a good band name.
No.
Yes! I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me run my mouth.
Yeah. So,
Gonna hand you back off to fun.
aw. Oh no, you need to tell us about Eragon's lore.
No! I don't know enough! Like, again, all I remember is, like, something makes Boyo leave home. I think he finds a dragon egg. It's very Daenerys.
Okay, so he's out hunting, and he sees a stag.
Okay.
Okay. And it leads him to a dragon egg. And then he becomes friends with Dragon? Oh, hey, what's up, Raz?
I feel like this is the sort of thing where you could just, like, tell me it, and I would, like...
Oh god, we're only halfway done with this level. Look at this. We're at 200 out of 400.
But again, I feel like you
How
could
is this
just
so
tell
long?
me, like, get me led into, oh, and this is how Eragon goes, and then just laugh at me and say, oh no, this is actually this other book. I remember Eragon kind of reminded me of this other weird-ass book that I read when I was a kid. It was called, I think it was The Riddle and the Rune? Which involved, like, the son of a sorceress, like, finds out that his mom has been kidnapped, and she's left him, like, her special necklace, and so he has to go on a quest, and he's, like, dealing with, there's some other evil wizard, your standard issue Man in Black figure who, like, is maybe chasing him, or maybe already gone. It's been, I listened to this audiobook once and was confused the literal fucking entire time I was listening to it.
So, is the last level of this game just gonna be like a boss fight? Because this is, like, taking forever. This has got to be like the last, well, the last, like, level proper, right? Oh, I did see Sorcerer's Apprentice with Nicolas Cage.
I liked that movie. It was entertaining. It was dumb, but it was fun.
Agreed. It's pretty bad. Wait a minute, Trance. You made me see that movie. Wait a minute, Trance. You made me see that movie. Wait a minute. I have a story about you making me see that movie. Oh. So, Trance and his girlfriend at the time had gotten their tickets to this movie beforehand. I think this is the movie. I think this is the time I'm thinking of. This does sound like something I'd do. So, I go to the theater to get my tickets, because they bought theirs beforehand, and the guy at the front desk is like, oh yeah, where would you like to sit? And turns to me this touchscreen where it's got, like, all the seats, and you can, like, pick where you want to sit. And I know that they've got their tickets beforehand. And I look at the seating chart for the theater, and there's only 2 seats taken, right? The rest of the theater is empty, except for 2 seats. And the guy's like, oh, just one? And I'm like, yep, just me. And I choose a seat right next to one of the only 2 seats in the theater that are taken. Which now, at the time, must have seemed really, really weird, right? It's like going into a urinal, like going into a bathroom, and there's only one other person in there, and choosing the stall right next to them.
Fun fact.
Like the urinal right to their side.
Fun fact, if you go to like any mansion and try to do that now, it will not let you
Really?
sit right next to somebody else if there's a certain number of seats open.
It sounds really weird. And I never told him that I knew the people in those seats. Yeah, it must have sounded extra creepy. So yeah, we were the only 3 people in the theater, I think. Watching Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Fun fact, I also have a fun story about seeing that movie.
Go on.
So, it had happened that my mom had to have surgery, and surgery had gone a little bit unexpectedly. She was fine, but at the same time, basically stuff had just gotten a little more real than expected. And she'd been home for a couple of days and was basically going stir crazy. If you know anything about me or you know anything about my mother, you can kind of picture how we go a bit bonkers if stuck in a house. And I was home from school and at the time, and that man's shield just like fell off and bounced away. I'm sorry, I got
Kaboing!
like look how they go. Kaboing! Anyway, so we wound up, we're talking and my mom's like stuck on the couch and she's tired and stoned from her pain meds and she's like, I want to do something. And I was like, I'd been hoping.
Good, just click through the camera, that's great.
Yeah. And I was hoping, like, I wanted to see Sorcerer's Apprentice for a while. Or, well, no, it just come out, I think. But I figured I wasn't going to get to because I needed to stay home and make sure my mom didn't, like...
You might need to get a little closer to the mic. Just a little. That's good.
Thank you. Because I was expecting, just... I doubted my mom was going to be up for doing much, but I was like, you want to go see a movie? And my mom's like, yeah! And so we load my mom into a car and we head off and we went and saw the movie and we both really liked the movie. It was a very good time. And then we get home and my mom herself is a doctor, and so one of her the coworker who did her surgery is talking to her like, hey, how you doing? After everything. She's like, well, I went to see a movie today. And he's like, aren't you supposed to be in bed? So yeah, that's my story.
Oh, I got to see up that guy's kilt. Weren't great.
I used to know a guy who wore a kilt who said the difference between a kilt and a skirt is if you're wearing anything underneath it, it's a skirt.
Oh no! Dragon, no! Trogdor!
Burninator!
But I loved you, Burninator!
With
What?
Ari's help, Eragon was able to revive Saphira just in time to meet.
Oh, that's just a power that she has.
final battle.
Sure. Okay. She wasn't able to cure herself of poison, but cure the Dragon of Death? Yes. That makes sense. I get it. I see. Maybe she's like a Time Lord and she has that regeneration energy, so that when we cured her of her poison death, she's able to, like, transfer the not death into the... I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm probably thinking too hard about Eragon.
Battle.
Well, hey, unless there's, like, an upside-down castle in this game, this should be the end of it. It should be the last level.
Duza had not died
As the plot demands.
because the legends say a shade will not die unless unless his demonic heart is pierced.
Really? Wait, why does this guy have a dragon? Have we established that he was a dragon rider? I love his animation. Oh, he's such a cackling madman. That's great. Oh.
Now you will die, Dragon Rider. Never win, Durtha.
Oh, this is like Lair.
Brisinga.
I sense fire welling up in the east.
Oh, man. Oh. Anyone been playing Blasphemous? I was watching Casey Explosion play it. And I actually got to guest on her stream for a little bit. Just hopped in Discord. But it looked really good. Like, the animation's so smooth.
Have accepted my offer, boy.
Hey, is there any way to avoid these things? Or do I just, like, take them? I don't know.
Brisinga.
I can't figure this out. So you can, like,
Your
brace?
skills still won't save you.
The fire I can avoid. Kind of. Okay, so I can kind of block the magic a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be super worth it.
Feel my fire!
You will still die today.
Ah, I see.
Brisinga. Not bad for a child.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things so far. The animation looks super smooth, the gameplay looks tight, and challenging. I want to pick it up, but right now I've got Eragon to play, and I know. I gotta start the post game after this. I'm sure there's a couple like end game raids for extra loot. There's a new game plus, I'm sure. Why did he have a skull face? Why is he a skull man? He-Man! Hmm.
Whoop, too much Jägermeister.
I am Doza, the Dozarian!
Keymaster of Gozer.
It's just like Dark Souls.
With the shade defeated,
Yeah.
I
Fucking
left
don't
the
rip off. That's
people
Princess
who
Mononoke
wanted
rip off
his
bullshit.
revenge. Both she and
Eragon is indeed exactly like Dark Souls. That's true.
But already the legend of Eragon, the great Shade Slayer, had begun to spread throughout Alagasia.
I can't believe the name of the world is Alagasia.
As you had
Oh, it reminds me of this really bad RPG I read called Tales of Atlantasia.
and Eragon.
Are we gonna have to read some of those on the stream at some point? Like really bad art.
We might. People need to know about Wraithu.
Oh, we should really do that. But the question is, darling, Bun, my dearest rabbit,
Mhm.
do we dare approach the nonsense that is faking?
Maybe one day.
A lot of vodka will be involved.
Oh, AK, yeah, you can run a game of Wraithu. We'll make characters. It'll be great.
Correction, y'all will make characters. I, as a woman, cannot play Raidu.
That is correct. You can be a slave, I guess. So that's great.
Classy.
Oh. Credits! You guys. We've beaten Eragon. Hooray! Wait. Why does it say select? I get to select my credits? Is this like, there's two different endings? You can either get the Stormfront Studios ending or the Vivendi Universal Games ending. Why would it do this? Why would a game do this to you? What? Oh, we want the Vivendi Universal Games ending, of course. Wow. Wow. Oh, I gotta go back and find all the secret eggs! Right? And play on harder difficulties for better ratings? Okay, fuck this. Fuck this game. Fuck the hell out of it. Let me get out of here. Ugh. Okay, go back, quick game. There we are. Oh, I see. It's for the unlockables. They're behind the scenes. Oh, they're making ofs.
Anytime you have a property, anytime you have a movie where after you've watched the movie, or in our case, read the script, read the novel, you already care so much about
I care so much.
You care about what happens.
I really care about what happens.
You understand why the enemies are evil. You understand in
Oh,
great
Dan.
detail what it is that makes
Oh no,
them.
Dan.
You begin the game as a player and as a game designer with this intense feeling of, I know how I want this to go. There's stuff that has to happen here, folks.
Oh.
Galbatorix has to be stopped. These people have
Who
to be
needs to be stopped?
The Varden must be reached. You start with that emotional
Oh.
imperative. As game
Oh no, Dan. Oh no. I'm sorry. I cannot. Oh. I'm actually crying a little bit right now. That's... Okay. So... Hey. Let's turn this down. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about Eragon real quick. So thank you guys for hanging out, for suffering through Eragon with me. This was fun. I think last week's game, Prism Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn, was definitely worse. It was a lot worse of an experience. This one, I don't know. The fighting felt okay. The graphics were really good for a PS2 game. I feel like... Oh, I feel like those cutscenes were so rushed. I mean, you're a movie tie-in game, so, like, there's only so much you gotta do. Like, look at 007 GoldenEye. Like, that's a great movie tie-in game, but, like, the cutscenes are, like, just rushed nonsense, so... At least Prism attempted to do something a little different, even if it felt horrible. Yeah, but, like, where Prism fails is that every level is the exact same thing. Like, that it's like, okay, there's like 5 flowers you need to purify or whatever. And then all the voice lines are the same and keep repeating and repeating and repeating. This one I didn't have that problem with. Oh. I think I liked this better than Prism. Not by much, though. I had some problems with this game. Hey, thanks to our new followers. Welcome, you guys. I'm gonna find somebody to raid over to. Thursday we'll be playing Judgment, which is a much, much better game. Although I'll be cutting the stream a little bit early so I can pick up my copy of Borderlands. And then Friday we'll be continuing Silent Hill 2. Or lore through that. So that'll be fun. I see somebody playing Sekiro. So let's go join them. That sounds like fun. It's like, that's really similar to this game. This game also has, like, those alerts, like the danger moves and everything. That's close